episode of Professional Child. If there wasn't a walk-in, I've been stretching, I've been doing a nice jog every morning, and my core is on fire. It feels like I have an STD, but what are you gonna do? You sexy bastards, welcome to Professional Child. I'm not sure if you saw this, but I'm wearing black velvet. I'm wearing velvet. I have velvet pants on right now. Black velvet feels so nice on my white pasty thighs. You sexy bastards, welcome to episode 5, I believe, right? 5? Am I wrong? 5 of Professional Child. Welcome. We're recording. I'm making sure, because I'm the only one here. I'm alone! No, I'm not. I love you, Ivy. How you doing, Ivy? Doing good? Everything's nice? Everything's nice in there, moist, keeping it clean? Good. So, people, this episode, unfortunately, this is a great example, and this is going to be the first. 1 second. Wow. 1 second. You see me? I'm not healthy. I was planning on actually getting a Big Mac later, but now probably gotta download Weight Watchers. But you sexy bastards, you know on Professional Child, this podcast, skits, craziness, lots of guests, funny stuff happening. At this time, I would like to let you guys know that this episode is going to be more of a real episode. This is going to be, you're going to be taking back the curtain. You're going to be looking behind the curtain, getting a little peek of my real life, the shit I've been going through this past week. And I actually recorded a 5-minute little, I tried to do this podcast already. I tried to do it like 5 minutes ago. Didn't really like how it was going. I got a little, my head was fucking cloudy. So I decided to restart. I got my shit back together. And this episode, I just want you to really watch. And I hope you get to, get something out of this. This is like my therapy session right now. This podcast really is going to be just me letting out stuff. So if you guys enjoy that, click the like button, subscribe for a lot more every single week. And if you don't like this, go fuck yourself. So, you sexy bastards, I've been working on just bettering myself this past couple of days. I wouldn't say weeks, months, days, okay? For months and years, I want to say the past 2 years since the quarantine. Since the quarantine and maybe a little before that, and, just my whole life, I had no self-control I have no self-control when it comes to food, when it comes to just if I walk past the McDonald's, I have to get something. I have no willpower, no self-control. If he puts snacks next to me and I'm looking at that, I would just eat the whole thing. I have no self-control. Being little, mom would get you, Easter candy, Valentine's Day candy, whatever, and, your sister would have the candy for a week. She'd be spacing it out the day of. I'd eat everything. I'd get sick. My mom's screaming at me, trauma. But it is what it is, and I've been working on it. In terms of diet, we're slowly making progress on the diet portion, but your boy loves fucking burgers. The fast food environment around me, I don't want to give out my location, but the amount of fast food restaurants that really are near me, it's really fucking insane. I have a McDonald's, I have a Taco Bell, I have a Popeyes, I have a Burger King, I have a Subway, which, you're an imbecile if you have that. We got pizza places, Brooklyn, we got pizza places in between them, like it goes McDonald's, pizza place, Taco Bell. Like, it really is like that near me, and I can't help it, okay? There's also gyms right next to those fucking places. Do I step foot into the fucking gym? You'll never see me there. It's a dungeon in there. I would love to enjoy food. I just think fast food is enjoyable. Okay, now, I know everybody else thinks it's enjoyable. I get it. I get it. I know people think it's enjoyable. But at the end of the day, they stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, they stop. They know the limit of, okay, I just had 40 nugs last night with 2 large fries, and maybe I washed it down with a big orange belly wash out, Angry Grandpa, and I don't have any feelings the next day. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it again. Fuck it, why not? Fucking America! But I know that one day my toe will be getting cut off because I got diabetes. I don't want that. Okay, I passed out the past year. I passed out when I was showing my friend a katana. That's a long story. I was showing my friend a katana. I have a katana from The Walking Dead, Michonne replica. You know what I'm saying? And I took it out. I was showing it to my friend. I put it back down. When I was putting it away, it fell down. It sliced my pinky. I got some stitches. Not actually a stitch. They actually glued it with Elmer's. And from seeing all the blood and stuff and knowing it wasn't stopping and knowing I had to go to the hospital, I guess all that stress and shit made me pass out. So I passed the fuck out. So then I go to the hospital and they're like, oh, maybe you passed out because you got diabetes. And all the Baja Blast is kicking in, okay? All the Dorito Loco tacos, I feel them digesting at that moment, and she pricks my fucking finger, and thank God I got no diabetes as of yet. And as you guys know, I do love the cannabis. I do enjoy marijuana. I am a frequent marijuana smoker, and I know that also could involve a lot of my eating habits, you know, the fucking munchies. I get the munchies so weird. I don't get the munchies anymore like I used to when I first started smoking, because when I first started smoking, it would be smoke, a whole box of Gushers gone, 12 cans of Coke, see you later, the bag of chips, party size, fucking turbo size, and I would just go all out and eat them. I would go out, eat them, and I you know, it's funny, last podcast I was sweating, and then this podcast I'm sweating even more. Maybe that's because all the cancer meat and all the fucking cholesterol oil that's in my body, it's letting out. Thank God. Ma, it's working. But I've been trying. I don't know what else to do. So, like, for example, the past 2 days, I've been limiting, so when I start smoking in the day. So, I usually smoke when it's, you know, I'm fucking stressed, the anxiety's too much, or I'm feeling depressed. So, I take a little smoke and I go on my day. I want to start smoking at a time. So I don't want to say, okay, for example, I'm working and I get stressed out or whatever, and I'm just going to go smoke just to calm myself down. I think that's a pattern and a routine that can get dangerous. And I'm starting to see it in some ways getting dangerous. And I'm trying to create a schedule. So, like, you know, when you would get off work and 9 to 5 work, and then you would go off work, go to a bar for happy hour for a couple of drinks. That's what I'm trying. I'm trying to get into that routine. So the past couple of days, right when I wake up, I've been chugging some water. I got water right here. I've been chugging water. If I have a meal, listen, I can't do cold turkey, okay? I can't do fucking smoking Marlboro Lights one day and then I get the nicotine patch the next. Like, I have to slowly do it. I gotta go from 12 cigarettes, even though I don't smoke fucking cigarettes. I can't just do cold turkey. I can't just cut soda out of you want me to cut soda? Completely like that? Like, wake up the next day and no more soda? Fucking communist. Like, you know, if I need to stop smoking, if one day Biden tells me, yo, government job, you're gonna be the White House court jester, you're gonna be the comedian walking around the fucking White House telling all the people with the fucking ties and shit and their, you know, Hindenburg money, I would have to stop smoking for fucking Sleepy Joe. And I could do that. I could stop smoking if I want to. But if you told me, Turbo, Donald Trump wants to see you in his office in a couple of hours. You know he's a big fan of the Diet Cokes. He likes to slam them. So you know he loves the Diet Cokes. But would you be willing to not drink any soda in front of him? Would you be willing to just eliminate the soda intake for the little bit you're going to be with D. Trump in the office? He wants to talk to you. No! Ivy, what did I say? No! Whoa! No! It's hard, I swear to God. If I go to my cousin's house, which they're fucking aliens, they have nothing in that house, nothing but caffeine. If there's a label that says caffeine in one of my aunt's or uncle's fridges, they're putting caution tape over it, they're getting rid of the fridge, they think they're not healthy no more, they don't think they're Christians anymore. Well, what's with the fucking soda intake? It's good for you. I'm fucking hot. So I will be letting you guys know every week on how my new lifestyle and trying to be healthier is going. So, I mean, I didn't finish what I was saying because I'm fucking crazy, but wake up every day, chuck some soda, and then I go for a run. I go for a walk for about an hour and a half. Today I did 2 hours because I actually went to some place, did some things, and then walked back, so that took 2 hours. And it's usually a 2-mile walk, so I would walk or jog 2 miles every morning. For the past couple of days, I wake up, go for a walk, jog, get that sweat out, get the THC out of your body, okay? Get all the cancer ingredients from fucking, Arby's out of the body. Never had it, never will. I swear to God to you, I haven't really sweat like this in a long, long time. I think it's my body telling me, you're saying a lot of truths right now because you're fucking disgusting. That's just that. I'm working on myself, and if I fail or I succeed, I look ripped or I get fatter, you guys will see it happen. Every week, you'll be seeing the progress. But let's get into the unfortunate, sad meat and potatoes of this podcast. Like I said, this will be a podcast where you guys will be listening to a lot of personal stuff today. First telling you how I am a disgusting physical being. Another is, unfortunately, I never brought this up, so I may be weird, or you guys may, see me not used to talking in this environment or for these topics, but I mentioned it on my old podcast when my friend Dante passed away. But unfortunately, another friend of mine that I graduated with in junior high school and grew up with, went to high school with. Unfortunately, my friend Anthony D'Onofrio, who I went to junior high school with and graduated with, unfortunately passed away. Tragically, he was at a restaurant. I don't want to say the restaurant's name because I don't want to give it any more publicity. However, if you're on my Instagram, you know I've been putting up the pages to hopefully get a lot of signatures so they can shut the place down. Because unfortunately, my friend Anthony was stabbed in a fight that happened outside of the restaurant. To the words of it, no one in the restaurant tried to help. No one called the cops. So that is what they're dealing with now. Unfortunately, the family has to deal with that among the death of their son. I knew Anthony when I went to junior high school. First and foremost, if you know anybody who you grew up with or was a friend with in school or whatever, crossed paths, and they passed away, it hits you weird. Okay, like when my friend Dante passed away a couple of years ago, it's crazy I say a couple of years ago now because it feels like yesterday. I went to camp with Dante. I went to camp with this kid, and I'll talk about him after I talk about Anthony. But you whatever it is, whatever relationship you have with friends, those are building blocks in your life. Okay, like the friends you make in life, those are experiences. Those are memories. So if you don't have those little memories and those little nook and crannies, like those pockets in your life to look back on and have people, like for example, certain doctors can only talk to certain doctors about stuff they get. Like they clicks. Like, oh, look at that fucking, that coronary artery on the left side of the bicep and the blah, blah, blah. No one will fucking understand what the doctor's saying, but if he's talking to one specific doctor that knows exactly what he's saying, he's going to feel like, finally, someone. I'm sorry if it cuts a lot, too, because I am talking, and I just don't like how it sounds or what I'm saying, so I am cutting. I am sorry, but I'm not used to talking like this. So, my friend passed away. Just terrible. Terrible to just, think about, and, like, the scenario he was in, and how fast life can go. I'm a hypochondriac to where sometimes I feel like cancer's growing in my body. Oh, this feels weird, so I'm dying. I'm like that 110%. So to know that Anthony woke up that day, just thought he was going to go out with his friends to a restaurant, and that's it. And then he didn't wake up the next day. Now he's not here. How life can be taken from you, like, and you have there's a timer on your life and you don't know when it's going to hit zero. It is so scary how these experiences make us think, and especially people who've gone through cancer and they had a battle for life and they finally come out and they survive cancer, and, they feel, every day's a gift. Every day is a fucking gift. But Edie Falco, who played Carmela in The Sopranos, she had breast cancer. She almost died, but she beat it. And she said that feeling, unfortunately, does go away. So that's the scary part. We get into these scenarios where, unfortunately, someone passes away tragically too soon. And then you say to yourself, every day's a gift. Life can be taken away in a second. But then life goes on, bullshit happens, and then you forget about that. So that's why for the past couple of days, I don't know. I swear to God to you, Anthony, maybe, thank you. It was a little something that clicked in my head that made it happen. But since he passed, that's when I started saying, Turbo, you gotta take care of yourself. Like, I understand it had nothing to do with health, but For some reason, the thoughts I was having with all this going on, I said, Turbo, you gotta just stop. Okay? Because... Oh, shit. Looks like we have another sponsor. Alright, so, pillows. Pillows. Great for lumbar support. If you're a female, hump them. You'll have an orgasm, okay? Pillows. Comfortable. They help you forget. Use code TURBO for 58% off your pillow, and different material, polyester, cotton blend. You wanna smack your fucking mother in the mouth? You wanna suffocate your enemies? Because I would have days where I would get up, feel weak, just for nothing. But because I'm eating like shit and I'm just living my life physically like shit, and it's just really upsetting. There was a candle service, where people were telling stories and just prayers, in the back of our high school. I met Anthony D'Onofrio, in junior high school. I met my friend. We were in PSIS 163, and there was 2 graduating classes. We were the second graduating class in that school, because it was an elementary school that built in to it, intermediate school. So they were K through 5, and then the year I went to that school was their second year of doing junior high school. So we only had 2 graduating classes. So we were all in it family, both, the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. All our graduating classes, we knew everybody. Everybody knew everybody in that school. Like, that school, it's really crazy how our junior high school was, like, dead in the middle of fucking Brooklyn, like, busy New York, Brooklyn, and we were living a school life like we were in Nebraska, like middle of nowhere, Nebraska, like 2 graduating classes, a horse, and maybe a dead cow, and that's it. That was us in Brooklyn, and we just loved everybody. Anthony was the last of the Mohegans. My friend Anthony and my friend Dante, who I'll mention, they both were the last Mohegans, and it's so sad how they are both gone from us too soon, and they passed away. I always remember the one thing that will always stick out to me about D'Onofrio and Dante, but most importantly, now that we're talking about D'Onofrio, my friend Anthony D'Onofrio, he had the balls of steel. He didn't give a fuck if the teacher knew his mother, if the principal can get him suspended. He would look at you and say, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry, fuck you, all right." But he did it in a way to where he knew when he can get away with it. Like, he knew when he would be a smart ass, but you deserved it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that made Anthony so great is, for example, if now it's fucking popular with, pranks on YouTube and kids trying to go viral, so they stab an old lady on the bus stop, and they go, "Ha, prank!" Anthony, funny thing, my friend Anthony was Italian, but I'm Italian also. So when I say Anthony was Italian, I don't mean my Italian. I don't mean, yeah, I sound Brooklyn Italian, yeah, I eat pasta, and I go to church on Christmas. Not that. My friend D'Onofrio straight up just was a fucking guinea. He was a guinea at the age of 10, and he was a horse and buggy rider. He rode the horses in Central Park. I did not even know that until yesterday. He would ride the horses in Central Park for couples and just family who want to go on horse rides. He would ride the horses. He would care for horses. He took care of horses in stables and stuff. He was just a great kid. I mean, I just want to say these stories real fast because I don't want to have the whole podcast be upsetting and stuff, but I wanted to bring this up. My friend Anthony, he would just, we were junior high school. He would shit in the urinals. Like one day, I guess, kids were like, "Oh, let's just shit in the urinal. What would happen if we shit in the urinal?" And he would shit in the urinal. My friend Joey G, he shit in the urinal. Sorry, Joey, for saying he shit in the urinal. Okay, D'Onofrio was with them. We went to the feast. There'd be a feast in Brooklyn, the 18th Avenue feast. And I remember one summer, he was like, "Turbo, come to the feast. I'll meet you at the feast. Let's hang out." So I said, "Sure, Anthony, fine." I met up with other kids first. So I was supposed to meet up other kids before Anthony, but then I got there and Anthony came along and we were just hanging out with Anthony. And Anthony's so wacky, outgoing, extroverted, just fucking great time. And I remember looking at my friends and looking at Anthony and like, all right, see you guys, like, I'm going to Anthony. I'm going to hang out with Anthony because it was such a great time. And we would walk along the feast. We would talk to people, hang out, bullshit, whatever. And I remember I told Anthony, I said, all right, man, I'm going to go. My mom's here. I'm going to go walk back to the end of the feast and go home. And he looked at his friend and said, all right, guys, 1 second. I'm going to walk your friend back to his mom's car. The feast isn't 2 blocks, okay? The feast goes like a whole avenue. So it's like we were walking for a good 15 minutes to get to my car. And, he didn't just say, oh, yeah, bye. He wasn't a typical fucking, bullshit friend. He was like, oh, bye, whatever. No, he was old school to where he walked me to my car going home. He saw my mom in the car, went to the car window side, kissed her, hi, how you doing, whatever. That was the kid Anthony was. And I know I said I mentioned my friend Dante. My friend, same thing. I mean, everything I said for Anthony, I can say the same thing for Dante. My friend Dante, who passed away tragically also, was Anthony's friend, and they did a lot of things together. Most importantly, try to mac fucking girls together. They tried to get the girls all the time. And Dante, especially being a kid where we were the shortest in the class, he could be the shortest kid in the class, look at a girl and say, I want her, and get her at the end of the day. That's why we also loved him and hated him at the same time, because we were like, Dante, we don't want to go with you anymore. We don't want to hang out with you no more, because every time we go out with you, we want to hang out with a girl, that girl ends up liking you, and you guys go home together. And, so Anthony D'Onofrio, I hope you are with Dante now. I hope you guys are hanging out. I hope you guys are fucking causing mischief up there. Anthony, I just want to say thank you for being the wacky kid in my life that showed me all the wacky stuff that could be possible in life without having the balls to do it myself. I want to thank you for... I got the fucking chills right now. I just want to thank you because I was an introverted person in junior high school. I was very introverted, I want to say, 2 years ago. Okay, I was introverted to the point where, I wanted to work in a game studio. I wanted to, have a 9 to 5. And then I didn't really get to experience and find out who I really am. And friends like Anthony, friends like Dante, you need them in your life because you need friends to really get you out of your comfort zone. You need friends to, even if you don't really have the balls or don't really, see yourself being involved in that clique or that friend group or whatever because, they do mischief stuff and they do crazy things. I don't care if you feel uncomfortable or you don't think you'd end up liking the person. Meet new people. I'm talking to the people who unfortunately may be watching me at a young age. I'm sorry for the curses, but I would just like to say, make friends, make real friends, especially. That's a big thing because you can have friends in life, but then find out that they really don't care for you. Go make real friends in life that you'll cherish moments with, okay? Now, and I say, real for whatever, anyone who's your friends, if it doesn't work out at one point, I still have great memories with friends I used to have. Great fucking memories I'll never forget. And if anything does happen to them, I'll feel the same way like I would for Anthony. But just know that with social media and with fucking, craziness going on in this new generation of social media and technology, I feel like we're losing that. We're losing real friendship. We're losing real relationships. Okay? Like there's people in my family that, they get into relationships or whatever, and whatever, it's not my place to speak, but I just feel like the way people get into relationships now is just DM, like picture, meet up, and then fuck. Whatever, but I feel like, in a way, hanging out with kids like that and still being born and still being so lucky to be born in Brooklyn and being in the environment of old school, still going out playing with football, basketball, hanging out with friends, going to the park, causing mischief, making memories. We're losing that. Okay, the candle service that we had for Anthony, the cops blocked off a fucking street for us. My friend Anthony was gonna be a pilot. He had his pilot's license at the age of fucking 22. Insane. And it's so crazy. Other people brought it up too. But as people were talking, and as I believe a priest was there, as the priest was praying, I literally saw 4 fucking airplanes. Now, I understand people still gotta fly to Boston, so I get that, coincidence, whatever. But I live in Brooklyn. I've been towards my high school every fucking day in the past. I've never experienced the amount of fucking planes that went over us as we were talking. Anthony, I got the chills again. Anthony, I love you. This ain't the end of the podcast, but I just want to say, Anthony, I love you. Thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you for us being able to cross paths in life. And like I said, just keep watching over me, man. Keep making sure I'm on the right path in life. I hope I can make you proud and be successful. And I hope, if I could only, Anthony, if I could only add an inch or a pinch of the craziness and the wackiness that you showed me in life, if I could provide that in my entertainment and content, I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for everybody I lost in the past, and hopefully you all watch out over me. And that's it. Wow, you never saw Turbo get like that before. Turbo can get a little emotional. Turbo can get serious a little bit. I mean, why not? You know, I feel like also that's been just inching up in my life. Not me personally, knock on wood. I mean, like, my grandma passed away last year, and I always said, I gotta make a correction. I always used to say my grandma passed away the day my comedy album came out. I guess all that depression, all that fucking craziness, blinded me, but the album came out 2 days after my grandma passed. My grandma passed on the 17th. The album came out on the 19th. So just my grandma passing, life changing drastically that way. My friend Dante passing away not too soon before my grandma. Then having my friend Anthony D'Onofrio, an old friend who I grew up with, Chris, passed away tragically. A lot of fucking death that's making me think, I don't know. It's just making me think a lot of things. What is life? Like, why are we here? Why would God take away a 22-year-old kid? I don't know. I really don't know. I wish I could transition into another thing on this, but I really don't know. If this is only going to be a segment of a podcast, I don't know. People, I'm sorry. I am sorry for this episode, but I had to do it. I had to get it out because my friend passed away, and there's no way I could do a podcast where I'm talking about my life and shit going on in the world without, the biggest thing that happened to me in the past. Another thing, I'm just trying to think of stories on the top of my head. My friend Anthony wasn't allowed to go to, the senior trip in high school, the high school senior trip. He wasn't allowed. Grades, whatever, problems, whatever the fuck it could have been. Knowing Anthony could have been anything. But he wasn't allowed to go on the senior trip. The senior trip for our high school was first day we go to, I believe it was Hershey Park and the hotel to go to sleep, and that's it. I believe was the first day. Hershey Park, that's it. And then the next day was Six Flags, and then we went home. So it was an overnight senior trip. Now, Anthony wasn't allowed, and some friends were not allowed to go on the senior trip, okay? My friend Anthony, the fucking balls hello on this motherfucker, said, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck everybody in the school. You don't want me going on the senior trip. Well, I'm going to buy my own Hershey Park ticket. I'm going to get the same hotel. I'm going to book a room in the same hotel with everybody. I'm going to drive all the way to Six Flags with you guys. And guess what? I'm going to be right next to you all the time. And I'm going to be able to drink. I'm going to be able to do what I want because I'm not under the school's fucking rules. I'm going to be with you every step of the way, but you can't control me. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, we're on the school bus, like, we're on the fucking bus that the school's providing shit, and we fucking paid and everything, and even though he probably had to pay a lot more out of pocket, it's badass money, and we were in the bus, we were, singing fucking school songs, whatever, and he's in the car, just right next to the bus, beep, beep, fuck you, smoking a cigarette, just like, ha ha. I love him. I love Anthony. I fucking love you. Sad that you were taken away from us too soon. And I want to say the same thing for fucking. That's why Anthony and Dante we went to the same school. Anthony and Dante, same school. two friends, similar relationships to me. That's why both names and both stories keep popping up. Dante, I remember me and him were walking in the hallway, and then the junior high school we went to, there was fucking cameras on top of cameras. It was CIA level protection. They really did overboard shit in that school for security. And we were walking along the halls, and what did he fucking say? I know it was something sexual. So it was either a line in a song that said like cock and pussy or whatever the fuck it was, but he said something along those lines of over sexual line, whatever, and he said it mad loud in the hallway, the same hallway where the assistant principal has an office in. And I'm just walking, and then you just hear the assistant principal, after he says it, you hear the assistant principal go, "You, Dante, get in here, get in here." And Dante looks at me and goes, "You gotta make the day interesting." And then walks back. "Dante, I love you. Dante, Anthony, what are you gonna fucking do? Please watch over me. Make sure I don't kill myself on Bohemian Rhapsody puzzles." Oh boy. What do you go? I mean, listen, people. It's life, unfortunately. I'm not fond of death. Of course, no one isn't. Funerals, right? Funerals. My grandma's funeral was like the first funeral where I was like really involved. My family member. That was the first funeral I was there the whole time. Okay. Funerals to me, as much as I get it and I understand, funerals to me after my grandma's funeral, in a way, because beforehand I would hear people say, "Oh, I didn't go to my friend's funeral because I wanted to remember him the best way the last time I seen him. I don't want to see him there laying there like that the last time I see him. He knows I love him, whatever, and that's it." I didn't get that. I thought, go to the funeral. Like, that's what you do. I went to my grandma's funeral, and of course, I was there every second by her side, holding her hand, everything. But a little bit of me said, I get why people say that now. Because after leaving that funeral, all I can remember now is my grandma laying there. All I can remember now is my grandma in that hospital bed with the tubes down her throat. I didn't go to my friend Anthony D'Onofrio's funeral, because first of all, life got in the way. Two, the night before I went to the Virgil candle service and I was talking to him. I was praying. I went to my friend Vinny's house after everybody left, the big crowd. Then at 2:00 in the morning, I went back. I wrapped around. I went there. Candles were still lit. Kneeled down. I was talking to you, my man, and I said I get it, because I wouldn't have really I went to my friend Dante's funeral and I saw him there and I was just like, fuck, man, this ain't my friend. Like this really, I wish I just don't like it. I don't like seeing, your loved ones in such a state like that. It's just weird to me. I don't disrespect it. I mean, I still go to funerals. I have nothing against them. Please, I have nothing against them. But in a way, I get 100% now. I get the fucking, I just want to remember them the way I saw them last. And that'll be the last time I seen them in the memory. I get it. I get it. If you want to go to the burial, same thing. I get, but, it's just unfortunate that life can throw you curveballs. This podcast is probably going to have the lowest fucking audience retention. I don't give a fuck, though. I swear to you, I don't give a fuck anymore about numbers and shit. I am doing this for my career, doing this for my own self, for my own therapy, for my own personal fucking growth. I don't know what to tell you. But I'm happy that we had the moments we did with our friends that passed away, our family that passed away. We got to remember them, and they will always live on in our hearts. And that's it. That is really it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very sorry for this, down, little dark podcast. Hopefully in some aspects I made it uplifting in a way, but Anthony D'Onofrio, I am so sorry, man. Please, like I said, just fly high up there and keep watching over us, okay? And every time I see horses in Central Park now, I'll make sure to pet one and just talk to one for you, okay? I'll make sure to All right, guys, I love you so much. Make sure to keep your asshole clean with Manscaped. That's it.